Privacy isn't hiding, it's power. But you've been taught that being seen makes you validated. So now everything gets shared. Your life, your moments, your moves. You think visibility builds connection, but it actually weakens your position. Because the more people can access you, the less they respect your presence. And most of the time, you didn't even realize you were giving that access away. Here's what changes when you stop sharing everything. People don't get to know you anymore. They scroll and assume they do. They see highlights, fragments, moments, and build a full story about who you are. But that story isn't truth. It's assumption. You're not being understood. You're being interpreted. And once people feel like they've figured you out, they stop paying attention. Because there's nothing left to discover. That's the cost of overexposure. You remove the space that makes people lean in. What people don't fully understand, they stay focused on. They observe. They wonder. They pay attention. But when everything is visible, there's nothing left to earn. And anything that doesn't have to be earned rarely gets respected. Not everyone deserves to view your layers. You're not one version of yourself. Your depth, your change, your evolution. And when you give people full access too early, you lose control over who gets to experience you. That's not connection. That's exposure. And exposure in an uncontained environment always costs you something. Privacy protects your peace and energy. No access means no projection. No outside opinions shaping your decisions. No unnecessary noise interrupting your direction. Just you. Clear, focused, and in control. Because once people can see everything, they start speaking on everything. And if you're not careful, you'll start moving based on what they see instead of what you know. Privacy gives you space. Space to think without pressure. Space to breathe without performance. Space to grow without being watched. And most people don't understand this. Real growth doesn't happen in front of an audience. It happens in silence. It happens when no one is watching. When no one is clapping. When no one even knows what you're becoming. A caterpillar doesn't announce its transformation. It disappears. It goes into the dark. No attention. No validation. No audience. Just process. And when it comes out, it doesn't explain itself. It doesn't justify the change. It just shows up different. That's power. You don't need to be seen all the time for external validation. You need to be protected. Because when you move in private, you move on your own terms. No pressure to perform. No pressure to explain. No pressure to prove. Just alignment. You don't become powerful by being visible everywhere. You become powerful by choosing where you're seen. Because what people can't fully access, they respect differently. If this hit you, don't stop here. Watch this next video. It's going to take you deeper.